Guys, welcome to the new video. And today's updated that the interview that I gave on Saturday, I have received a call for its second round. So I have to prepare for it, and it will be on Wednesday. So yeah, and uh, I'm speculating that this time in second round they will focus on more scenario based questions. So I'm also preparing, and I am to like I'll share some scenario based questions basically on Kubernetes. So yeah, let's go. First question that they can ask is that you might have experienced crash loopback of error in your pods or some high resource utilization error. So what steps had you like you would have taken you took to diagnose that issue? So we can say like that key first of all we get the pod status and check that which pod is causing the issue or which pod is in crash loopback state. Okay, and then we have our logs mounted. Like in my company the logs are mounted, so we can check directly like on portal, or we can check by going inside the pod and then checking the logs. So basically, in logs, we can get the issue. Mostly, there will be issue mentioned in that. And mostly, the issue with crash loop back state is like sometimes the memory issue, insufficient memory, or some other like one of my case in my thing that I've observed that DB was not working properly, due to which one pod was going into crash loop back state, or some deployment error is there, or some like DNS error is there. Then these issues will come. So we check the logs, identified the issue. If it is there was one, it was a memory issue, we increased the memory and we deleted some like we made some space and like this. And also we had set up the monitoring and alerting for it. So in this way we fix the issue without like so that afterwards if any issue comes without downtime, this issue can be fixed earlier only. So yeah, this is one of the question that is majorly asked. Then they can give some scenario that suppose your company is has decided to the monolithic architecture to microservice architecture, and you have to deploy that. So what all steps would you take? So first of all, we will so we will make our pods to be available, like multi regions it should be available, and auto scaling should be set up so that it can handle lot of traffic. And if in disruption, the other like we can bring up the other region, like we can use the other region availability zone and everything. We will set up pod disruption budget, and we will put monitoring and alerting and like this. And the like for all the databases, we will keep the secrets in like some key vault. We will use secret manager or something, and we'll give permissions like regarding the security to the people who only require it. So in this way you can explain, right? And then one scenario is that suppose your one of the deployment got like into error, got deleted. So what will happen? So see, basically when we are creating the deployment, we set the replicas. So if in case one pod is like is getting deleted or anything, there another pod will be created. Okay, and in sometimes they'll ask in which node it will be created. So you tell that that is handled, that is controlled by the master node. Okay, so that will decide that if that node only is working properly, it might create in that node or it might create in another node. Then they can ask that there was one deployment that you were doing and it failed. So what all steps you'll follow? So there, see, when we are doing deployment, we have every version. Uh, we have version over there, and we can roll out easily with zero downtime. So we can apply kubectl, rollout, undo, and to which revision we are maintaining, which history, which back version we want to roll out, undo the rollout, we can do it. So that we can do, we should identify the root cause that why it failed, and then after testing that out, then only we should start our deployment. Then they can ask that what kind of deployment strategies are there and what kind of deployment strategies followed in your company. Please explain. So there are, like, I know blue green deployment, and then the like this kind of data deployment and canary deployment. Then they can also ask that why people prefer Ingress over the external load balancer. What are the reasons? So reason is that external load balancer is expensive. For every service, we need a separate external load balance. Whereas in Ingress, it is not the case. For all the Ingress will be one for all the services, and there will be an Ingress controller. So that's why we prefer Ingress for HTTP and HTTPS request over external load balancer. So they can ask that there is some pod which is like, you see that there is intermittent network connection issue, that one, then what will you do? Then we have to check our network settings, what we have done. We have to check the logs and everything, and then check that which, like, how it can be resolved. So yeah. Then they can ask that if in your company EKS is used, why ECS is not used, why they are preferring ECS, like EKS over ECS. So you can mention like there are various reasons, because in EKS you have more control, and EKS is more like less costly than ECS because it's serverless and all this. So yeah, these can be some questions, and I hope some scenario based question it is helpful for you. And if you feel like there can be more scenario based questions on Kubernetes, then please comment down, and I'll try to bring more scenario based question on Kubernetes. So yeah. Okay. And also there was a request that I should provide the PDF of every tools that I have discussed, the interview question. I'll surely do it. And yeah, so stay tuned. Bye bye.